Woof. Hey everybody, welcome back. Thanks for taking the time to watch Hello Good Game. Today we are playing Boros Transmogrification or Boros Behemoths. This is a deadly deck, you guys. One of the new powerful combo decks within the historic meta after Jumpstart's injection. Craterhoof Behemoth is a 5/5 with haste. Whenever Craterhoof Behemoth enters the battlefield, creatures you control gain trample and get +X/+X until the end of turn, where X is the number of creatures you control. This is replacing Endra's Forerunner, also an 8-drop. The Forerunner was a 7/7 with Vigilance, Trample, and Haste, so a little bit better stat-wise. However, it only gave all of your creatures +2/+2 in Trample. This is +X/+X and Trample. No Vigilance on your creatures as well, but I think the increased damage output from the Behemoth is enough to seal the deal more frequently and faster than the Endra's Forerunner. So let's look at how this deck gets Craterhoof Behemoth out onto the field to slay your opponent. As always, we're breaking down the deck list in its entirety. What do each of the individual cards do? Then we're going to talk about the deck list strategies and synergies. How do all of these individual cards work together to form a coherent archetype? Then we're going to witness some gameplay footage where I break down any playlines and interactions between Boros Behemoths and the new historic meta after the Jumpstart card injection. So, thanks for watching. If you find any value within this video, be sure to give me a thumbs up and share the channel out to a friend. Our deck starts out with Kaheera, the Orphanguard. This is a companion. When we have a companion in the deck, it means our deck has to follow a set of rules, and for each companion card, those rules are a little bit different. So, for the Orphanguard, each creature in your starting deck is a cat, elemental, nightmare, dinosaur, or beast card, right? So we are playing with a ton of sorceries and instances, which aren't creature cards. The only creature we have is the Behemoth and the Orphanguard herself. So this is totally viable just to have that extra card to play if we do run out of our hand, right? So it's a 3/2 with Vigilance, and each other creature you control, that's a cat, elemental, nightmare, dinosaur, or beast, gets +1/+1 and has Vigilance. Again, this only affects our Behemoth. Onto our 1-drops. 4 copies of Legion's Landing. This is a great card, you guys. Legendary enchantment. When it enters the battlefield, create a 1/1 white vampire creature token with lifelink. And when you attack with 3 or more creatures, transform Legion's Landing into Adonto, the first fort. We can tap it to add 1 planes. We can pay 4 and add a 1/1 vampire with lifelink to our arsenal. Another token, which is really cool. Satyr's Cunning. Another 1-drop sorcery speed. Create a 1/1 red satyr creature token. With this creature cannot block like most of the satyrs. The great thing about this card is the escape costs for 3, which is really nice, plus exiling 2 other cards from our graveyard. So this is replayable as the game goes on and we fill our graveyard potentially, right? Onto our 2-drops. Raise the Alarm. This is my favorite card. It's instant to create 2 1/1 white soldier creature tokens. So you're getting 2 creatures for 2. I like it. At instant speed as well, so if you do suffer field wipes or something, this can come out after that wipe, and then you're going to start rebuilding a little bit quicker. Dragon Fodder is the exact same thing, sorcery speed, and they're goblins instead. Forbidden Friendship kind of throws it down the middle, where we get a 1/1 red dinosaur and a 1/1 white human with haste. The dinosaur has haste, the human does not, which is pretty cool, but this is also sorcery speed, so I really like the fact that Raise the Alarm is instant speed over the sorcery speed summons. Forbidden Friendship gets a slight nod because the dinosaur comes out with haste, so at least you can get 1 attack in with it, whereas the fodder, they're both coming in with Summoning Sickness. 3 drops, we have 4 copies of History of Benalia. This is an enchantment saga, which means when it enters the battlefield, it triggers, and then on each reciprocating upkeep, it will trigger as well. So on the play, you create a 2/2 white knight creature token with Vigilance, and then on the following upkeep, the same thing triggers, and then on your following upkeep after that, knights you control get +2/+1 until end of turn. Onto our 4 drops, we have 4 copies of Transmogrify. Now this is where the deck gets really interesting. Sorcery speed for 4. Exile target creature. That creature's controller reveals the top card of their library until they reveal a creature card. That player puts that card into the battlefield and then shuffles the rest into their library. So you know what we're doing. We already talked about the Behemoth. Elspeth, Sun's Nemesis. We only have 2 copies of this. It's pretty nice. It's a legendary planeswalker coming in with 5 loyalty, -1, up to 2 target creatures you control. Each get +2/+1 until end of turn. So this could be good for a little bit of reach. Maybe you instant speed, Raise the Alarm, then you play your Elspeth, and then you get that closing damage in potentially. -2, this is what's really nice though. Create 2 1/1 white human soldier creature tokens. So again, more token generation for our Transmogrifies and for our Lukka. -3, you gain 5 life, which may be a little bit of survival, right? If she's going to die anyways, you may as well gain the life from it. You can escape it for 6, plus exiling 4 other cards from your graveyard to replay it, right? Of course, for 5, we have 4 copies of Lukka, Coppercoat, Outcast. No more Agent of Treachery though, at least, right, guys? This is a legendary planeswalker coming in with 5 loyalty, a +1 ability, exile the top 3 cards of your library. Creature cards exiled this way you may cast this card from exile as long as you control a Lukka planeswalker. We're ignoring this, don't even pay attention to that. -2, however, exile target creature card you control, then reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal a creature card with higher converted mana cost. Put that card into the battlefield and then the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Each creature you control deals damage to its power to each opponent as it's -7. This is really cool, but again, we don't really focus on that. We're not going to be plussing him at all, so the -7 is also irrelevant. Not even thinking about it. Just the -2 as soon as he hits the battlefield, right? These spells are accompanied, again, by our Craterhoof Behemoth. We talked about this already. An 8-drop, 5/5 haste when it enters the battlefield. Creatures you control gain trample, and +X until end of turn, where X is the number of creatures you control. We're accompanying all of these spells by one single Castle Ardenvale, tapping for 5 to create a 1/1 human soldier creature token. We've got an amount of planes. It's hard to tell with the new art. We'll have to look into our stats afterwards. We have a single Castle Embereth, tapping for 4 to give our creatures +1/+0 until the end of turn. So that's a great way, if we do have a lot of tokens, to still get a decent amount of damage in. We have some mountains, and we have 4 Clifftop Retreats, which are the check lands, requiring you to have a plains or a mountain in play already. And then, of course, we have our Sacred Foundry, which are great because they are mountains and plains together, but they come in tapped unless we pay 2 life for it. So we are playing traditional today, so that means a sideboard has been included. It consists of 2 Tomrad's Crypts. This is a 0-cost artifact, so no harm on the mana curve, right? We're not missing out on any of our drops. We can tap it to sacrifice it immediately as soon as it enters the battlefield. Exile all cards from target player's graveyard. Okay, that deals with quite a few things, right? 2 red cap melees, instant speed for 1, deals 4 damage to target creature or planeswalker. If a non-red permanent is dealt damage this way, we're going to have to sacrifice a land though, so a little bit of a drawback. 2 copies of Disenchant, instant for 2, destroy target artifact or enchantment. Fire Prophecy ×4, instant speed, dealing 3 damage to target creature. We may also take a card from our hand and put it into our library if we do draw a card. So this is really good. If we have the Behemoth in our hand, we can get it back into our library because we don't really want it there. 2 Glorious Anthems and an enchantment. Creatures you control get +1/+1. So again, just buffing up those tokens, we can kill our opponent. Old school, baby. Outlaw's Merriment. This is an enchantment I kind of like. At the beginning of your upkeep, choose 1 at random. Create a red and white creature with the following characteristics. It's a 3/1, a 2/1, or a 1/2, with the first one having trample, haste, the second lifelink and haste, and the third with haste. And when it enters the battlefield, it deals 1 damage to any target. So that's the sideboard. Before we talk about what cards are applicable for each sideboard match or each kind of strategy, let's begin to break down our main deck strategy, right? Let's talk about that first. So we know that we want the Behemoth in as soon as possible. It's totally doable by turn 4 through a Transmogrify. And by doing so, we can actually hold lethal on turn 4 if our opponent has little to no blockers or hasn't dealt with any of our tokens leading up to the drop of our Transmogrify into the Behemoth. This is easily accomplished by Legion's Landing. Legion's Landing is great because Adonto, so we're playing turn 1 Legion's Landing, hopefully, then a turn 2 Forbidden Friendship, or really any of these will work because on the following turn we're getting 3 attackers through. So we dropped our first land, we dropped Legion's Landing, we dropped our second land, we dropped one of these 2 drops, we dropped our third land ideally, and then we drop maybe a History or maybe some more 1 drops, some more 2 drops, really just flooding the field with tokens. We attack, it transforms our Legion's Landing into Adonto, making sure that we now absolutely 100% have that 4th land for our Transmogrify, which is really cool because sometimes you get landlocked. Sucks. It's really nice to be consistently dropping Transmogrify on turn 4, and Legion's Landing makes that land search just a little bit easier. So Legion's Landing is amazing within this deck. Not only does it create the token, which you're going to use, the token has life gain, so when the Behemoth comes into the field and makes it a 6/6, a 7/7, you're going to gain a lot of life from this token because of the life gain attached to it, so that's quite nice. And then the land, like we talked about, helping us more consistently ramp up to 4 to get those kills. The Satyr's Cunning, this is great because we can play it later on if we do see a field wipe, so it's got some relative value mid-game. However, I do go with Legion's Landing if I can. We already talked about how I love Raise the Alarm the most for our 2-drops because it is instant speed. We can play it on our opponent's end step and then just go from there. However, Forbidden Friendship is also great because you get the one with haste, which is cool. And then last case scenario is the Dragon Fodder. You're still getting 2 tokens for 2, so not bad value. It's just a bummer that they don't have haste or anything, right? So we really just want to focus first on flooding the field with tokens, right? History of Benalia is great. It's a little expensive, but again, we're still getting 2 tokens for 3, so the value's not quite as good as 2 for 2, but it's still better than most cards, right? Especially if you can stack them, because Knights you control get +2/+1 until end of turn, so if you play them back to back, those Knights are going to get very powerful from the trigger of your second Benalia, which is quite nice. Elspeth Conquers Death. This is the only time we play it is if we don't have the Transmogrify, right? If we have it in our hand, we still want to keep with the mana curve, and then we'll just -2 to create more tokens and hopefully get the Transmogrify a little bit later. And then Lukka, he's so expensive. You should be winning the game before 5. However, seeing that it is a combo deck, you are relying on basically 4 cards to win you the game. So you're not always going to be pulling a Transmogrify, which is a bummer. There's not a lot of cycling or draw engines within the deck. So it's nice to be able to double that at the increased mana cost. So even though it's costing us 5, it's still worth running 4 of each, because now instead of having 4 win conditions, we have 8 win conditions, potentially doable on turn 4 and turn 5 through Legion's Landing, which is really, really cool. So that's the deck. The strategy is very, very simple. Play it while it's hot. This is a dirty combo deck right now, beating even Kethis combo decks, if you can believe it. Turn 4 wins are incredible. However, seeing that you're relying on Transmogrify and Lukka, it may be a little bit inconsistent. We look at the sideboard really quick. Obviously, when you're sideboarding, take out what's bad and then put in what's better than what was taken out, right? So if we need removal, Fire Prophecy is great. Fire Prophecy also helps get the Behemoth out of our hand. Glorious Anthem, if there's not really any blockers, then you can just get the aggro kill in. That's nice. Disenchants for things like Wilderness Reclamation, Red Cat Melee, just for so many things. Anything with red, really, you can take that out with. And then the Crypt, so this is dealing with escape and sacrifice stuff. It's just really nice to be able to clean a graveyard so an Earl can't come back in, or to just have him exiled in general. So take out what's bad, put in what's good. Potentially, that's a hard one with this deck. You may want to, instead of using that strategy, just try to put in what's good and take out what's not quite as good. Again, my go-to sub out is Dragon Fodder. Almost every match, I take out Dragon Fodder and I put in my Fire Prophecy. It's annoying to have this Behemoth in your hand, and it's really cool to be able to put it into your library and draw while removing an opponent's creature. So I really like Fire Prophecy just as a standard sideboard. Glorious Anthem as well, as long as I know there's like it's going to be safe for my creatures, right? Obviously, this has a negative virtual card advantage if you're playing into field wipes like Shout of the Sky, because now he doesn't even need to deal with your Glorious Anthem. He just deals with your creatures, and that's basically like a dead card, which does nothing. So keep note on that. Control matches, I'd much rather prefer to play our Merriments, where it's going to be making those tokens consistently. So he's going to be having to somehow deal with either the enchantment or the tokens over and over and over again. So the Merriment is for the control matches. The Anthem is for the aggro matches. Prophecy is almost for every match. Disenchant is for exactly what it says, artifacts and enchantments. Red Cat Melee if you're against a red deck, and then any escape or graveyard shenanigans. The Crypt is really cool. So that should be enough to get you guys going with the sideboard. Again, I've only played with this deck maybe 6 hours, so not so much time within the meta, but again, you'll figure it out, and the historic meta is a lot less restricted, so not every sideboard handles the entire meta perfectly. It's more up to personal flavor and preference. So that was the entire deck breakdown, you guys. We talked about the deck list, all the cards. We broke down the deck strategy, and we even talked a little bit about a sideboard guide for you guys. So very interesting stuff. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share to a friend, hit the bell icon so you're notified of all of our future uploads. I'm live on YouTube every single day with a brand new premiere, engaging live with the community at 6 a.m. Mountain Standard. At 7, we switch on to Twitch for the rest of the day, and we are also in the Discord until late at night sometimes. So come say hello. I'd love to get to know you. Links for everything is in the description below. Thanks so much again for your time and attention. I cannot tell you how much I appreciate it. You guys are incredible. Everyone supporting the channel as well. Woof! You know what I mean. Let's get into today's gameplay footage. Don't forget to watch to the end so you don't miss out on my closing thoughts. Take care and enjoy. 3 lands, great. This is a ton of tokens. We don't really have our combo card, which is terrifying. But with 8 copies of a Transmogrify, 4 of them coming from Lukka's minus 3 for an additional mana, you know, it's not unlikely to pull it. Paying life for the life gain, which will quickly mitigate itself. Field of the Dead, of course. People are continuing to be incredibly original with the decks that they play. Let's go in with just the non-haste tokens here, and then the friendship all have haste on them, so. Okay, playing additional lands here, that's a bummer. Isn't that insane? Let's just play on top of it. Watch us pull a Lukka, and we didn't transform our Legion's Landing. Ah. More lands. This will be his 6th land. Oh, how did we pull that into our hand? Gross. Let's transform our landing in case we do pull it. Alright, Field of the Dead is triggering. Got a Rejuvenator, he's got a Growth Spiral. Golos on top. Nice. Let's see how lucky we can get up with this top deck here. Nope. This is gonna get weird. This is what we were talking about. The consistency of being able to pull these combo cards is low. And even with 8 copies of it. We're no longer looking to top deck a Lukka. We don't have to land. Oh, actually we do. It's just basic. What was I thinking? In all honesty, I probably shouldn't even be recording right now. Oh, with Transmogrify or Lukka. You let it hit. Oh, come on, man. Fuck the waste. I am exhausted. I'm like falling asleep. Standing was supposed to help. Fuck Ulamog. Fuck you. We shall pray for a good opening hand. We shall pray. Two land with a Mogrify. Okay. Alright, I'll allow it. We can grab some lands. Now we're talking. Alright. One more land. Right? This deck can turn 4 people if they're caught off guard. Gross Spiral's not doing it. Top deck a land. No, that still works though. There's our land. We've got it next turn for sure. This is going to be absolutely nuclear unless he wipes our field right here. Now, this is the play run. How frequently you can hit it? No, that's up to debate. Woof. Got him. So that's what we're looking to do again, right? It's quick when you can get it, a little bit sad when you can't. Can we take a turn off just to fry the small Dia? Is that worth it? Probably. I think we mulligan it. We don't want the Behemoth in hand. How do we get it twice? Free land isn't bad. I don't want to go down too far. Try to just flood out, get those non-haste creatures in there. Illuminator for Field of the Dead. Oh, Temple of Mystery. For Scry to the bottom. Nice. Lots of lands, so we're really just looking for that Transmogrify. Let's just trade with it, open up the attacking lanes. Alright, here's Moldiah. This is what we needed to remove. Land off the top. Land off the top. Disgusting.
quest is not over until peace has blessed all.
Gonna make lots of tokens and really try to bank on a
Courage will
sick
bloom
top
in
deck.
all who seek justice.
Alright, alright. He's got a Golos on top, which is Golos in his hand too. Nice, bro. So this has gone on too far already. He's making Fields of the Dead. Alright, he's ready to wipe our side of the board. So that's his super duper good game. Just getting a life. At least we're seeing some value from it.
I miss your guidance, Ajani.
Gross, bro. We could trade with the Moldaya, but let's still try to risk it for the biscuit. Zombies. Ugh. Ugh. Why do people insist on playing this style of gameplay? So many zombies that doesn't even help us. It's too bad we don't have an additional land that would definitely help. Do we take the damage, hold on to it, and then try to flex on it? I think. I don't have it. Right. Pass our turn. Decline. Don't want that. No attacks. Oh, he grabbed another wife too. And he plays his own Behemoth back in there. What a life. Welcome to 2020, everybody. Alright, our opponent goes first. We've got 5 lands for Lukka, plus tokens, so worst case we just spam into Lukka. Hopefully he plays slow. Alright, so we do have the Kethis combo here. It's gonna be pretty annoying. As long as there's no Mox Embers played, we'll be okay. This is Chromatic Sphere. Sacrifice it, add 1 mana of any color, draw a card. Nice. Chilling on our 2 tokens, going to 4, hopefully top decking a Transmogrify for the win. Ooh, there's Kethis right out of the gates. Not good. So he's self-milling, looking for that Mox Ember. Right? There's one in the graveyard. That's not good. Exile 2 legendary cards from your graveyard until end of turn. Each legendary card in your graveyard gains. You may play this card from your graveyard. So he exiles 2. And now he's able to play his Mox Ember. Right? Mox Ember now is remilling the graveyard even more. Looking for further Mox Embers and further legendaries. Lots of land there. But like the Ashok is still legendary. The land is really good to see him pull. No more Mox Embers, so I think we get another chance here. And now he's playing a pretty cool combo deck as well. Let's pray for this top deck.
tragedy of my death.
Let's make our
has only
tokens.
strengthened I am proud of my comrades.
No attacks. We go lethal next turn. Hopefully he cannot go infinite on us here. Alright, gets the draw. A little bit of life, which is fine. Sacks for even more draw. Plus a little bit more land. Himeo, more mill, and now he can plus to find whatever he needs as well, whether it be another Mox Ember
Let
or...
us have a storied battle worth.
I'm sure it's
I
another
know,
Mox
I
Ember, and then
noted
he
this
just cycles the
somewhere.
Embers on top of each other. He doesn't get it, we get one more turn. Nice. Only one Mox Ember was revealed here, and he only has 18 cards left, so... the chances of that happening are slim to none, so... Yeah, let's just -2. I don't think these tokens will have haste, but Lukka can -1 or -2 on one of them that has summoning sickness. So
Always
kind of like it gets haste somehow.
a soldier's provides a tactical advantage.
Now we smash our opponent for about a gazillion damage. He just about had us. We got really lucky, just for the fact that he was kind of whiffing on those Mox Embers. Getting rid of his graveyard? Yup. Artifact or enchantment? Well, what we really need is to kill this Kethis. And it has no red in it, so we'd be sacking lands. Mayo as well is annoying. Let's just try to keep flexing the combo. We just want to get there quickly because he's going to get there quickly as well. Especially now that he's on the play, right? Just taking a little meditation rest while our opponent sideboards for us. The land is there, but I almost want a mulligan for a Transmogrify. We'll top deck it. Let's rely on faith here. Close. Did you ever just stare at your side of the field? Oh my lord, are you serious? We gotta keep these Mox Embers out of play still. Okay, Lukka in the house. You have a 3-drop, so... We can pull a Transmogrify next turn. I think we win, as long as he doesn't go infinite here. Another Sphere for more mills, as long as there's no Embers. Jace, okay, I'm fine with that. No Embers, that's still a good sign. Jace gets to draw here, though.
This will come in.
Oh, there's an Ember. Gross. Okay, so first Ember in play. That Ember will again re-trigger the mill. Here goes. Right? Does he have the turn to beat us? I think he does.
Let's think this.
Doing another mill. Amory, Lurker of the Lock. Okay, this is good. No haste on that though, so he can't immediately use it. Casting his Mox Ember. No, it's his Laslav. No, it is a Mox Ember. Okay. Ashiok is going to mill us. I'm fine with that. He does it to himself and then exiles our graveyard. Okay. Still no more Mox Embers there. Not that I've seen. Playing his Laslav. No blocks. Nice, he knows we're gonna get him. Loving it. It's sad that people won't let us finish, but that was easily over probably 150 damage, right? So this deck is incredibly powerful, and we see it bullying out one of the other top tier combo decks within the new historic metagame. Playing first is always a delight. Ooh! 2 Transmogrifys in hand. Turn 1 token, turn 2 token, 3 lands. Okay. So the land is messy though. The land is very, very messy. Let's get that Embereth in play. Then our Ardenvale. All of these lands are tapped. So we're playing a turn behind. Neither of these count as mountains or islands or plains, so our retreat comes in tapped as well, unless we top deck a land. Another retreat. So we really want to top deck a non-tapped land source next turn. Our opponent's playing goblins. That's fine with us. We ain't scared. Land? Nice. Like, it's not quite enough, but at the same time, it has to be. They still hit for a ton of damage. Right. Not quite lethal on turn 4, but it's still good. Down to 4. We love it. And we're going to do the exact same thing next turn, so there's no worries here. Muxus is very good, though. Let's see what he gets with it. Any baddies? Yes, he gets his Mob Boss. He gets his Snoop. That's as good as it could possibly get. Wow. What a dirty dog. Just creates 6 tokens, all with haste. I can't believe it. Hits for 1, 3, 7, 8, 9, 10, 16 damage on the field. Muxus coming at us. It's much more damage than that because when Muxus attacks, it gets plus X, where X is the number of goblins you control. So this is going to be lethal. Yeah, look at that. Woohoo! So we're close, but that Muxus got the greatest possible draw that he could have gotten ever. Taking Glorious Anthem, and we're gonna drop Elspeth. Just getting bigger than his tokens, right? I mean, Crinkle Mob Boss off the top is as good as our Transmogrify off the top. It's just we kind of stuttered and gave him that extra turn. Right? It was close though, we had the right cards. We still have our Transmogrify. These are good draw hands. Not playing slow here either. So we're out on curve. Just looking for that 4th land. Which we have through our Legion's Landing. Perfect. This is an absolutely good game. We went a little slow last turn, or last match, but this is going to be explosive. There's no way that he puts Muxus out. Wow. Alright. That really hurts. That really, really hurts. Ouch. If he double whirls, we're super dead. We might be able to make it work here. Goblin Chain Whirler representing. So he's at 4, can go to 5. Alright, go straight into Muxus because of the Phyrexian Tower. Wow! Nice, bro. Crazy. So I've actually not seen this Phyrexian Tower used with goblins, but that works very well for Muxus, right? Just disgusting. We have to chump block Muxus because it goes to Oblivion. So it's kind of crazy how tight this meta can possibly be. Like, we're ready to kill this guy on turn 5, but he blasts us on turn 4, so that's a quick meta aggro-wise. Like, these games are ending turn 4 or turn 5 consistently. So we gotta start bringing that control aspect into the game, right? Whew. I mean, it's just not enough tokens after the Goblin Chain Whirler, right? That's the combo. It's just a matter of getting it to work. We are starting to wake up, though, which is nice. Playing first, Transmogrify in hand. Okie dokie. We do need 2 land, though. It's going to be a little bit of a thing. We do have Legion's Landing, which, in conjunction with Forbidden Friendship, will make our 3rd land. So that's nice, right? Commune with dinosaurs. Could get weird. We need 2 lands still. There's one of them. And again, this land transforms for us, which is quite nice. So let's attack. Transform the land, which is important. We're going to lose one of our blockers here. This is the life gain. And then we're going to just raise the alarm during his turn. And then Transmogrify. Nice. The Raptor's really cool. And I believe... No. That's the... There's another dinosaur that pings all the dinosaurs when they enter the battlefield. That's a pretty cool combo with Ripjaw. A few more tokens, please. Of course we pull them into our hands. Come on. And, yeah. There'll be 4/4s, though. We want them bigger. Let's try to long con this. Right, I don't want one of them dying to the Ripjaw Raptor. Did we have lethal there? I don't think so. Okay, Savage Stomp just basically nullifies our turn. Gets the draw. We'll still have the extra token from Benalish Marshal on our upkeep. Triceratops is another really good blocker, though. Urgh. Let's Lukka it out instead of the Transmogrify.
I will change the world when Kaheera is ready or not.
Now that should be enough, right? 10-10 trample, a couple 6/6s. Right, so we hold off a little bit, make sure that we do get that lethal, we don't fall short on our reach. And we are playing Jund Dinos. Right? Jund Dinosaurs. I mean, Glorious Anthem, maybe, but I don't think it's necessary. I think this is fine. Removing for 3. Again, it's just going to be his ramped creature, which may not be worth it. If you were going to justify anything, it might be this Merriment. It's really hard to say. I like the idea of creating 2 tokens with Elspeth more than 1 with Merriment, though, so... Sitting on Transmogrifies again. 3 land and 4 land in hand. Oh lord, have we been blessed. Too much land already. We don't like it. Let's get some more tokens, right? We do need a decent amount of tokens to win this battle. A lot of land. Nice. That's a sick card. Especially with the dragons. Especially against this land draw. So anytime 4, 5, or 6, 4 damage. Anytime 7 or greater. Psycho. Down to 12. Getting hit for 8. Down to 4. Hopefully he doesn't have a big play. Can we get him here? I don't think even close. Right. Let's keep the life gain on the field though. That's gonna really help us out a bit. Gain a bit of life. He's down to 2. That's as close as we're gonna get. We do suffer lethal damage here, unfortunately. Let's try to get him on the play. Charcon's Unsealing is going to really need to be dealt with, I think. Let's play first. 2 land with the Transmogrify. Behemoth, we'll just pretend it's not there. At the very least, we have our fodder. Double dropping Benalias on people if we can pull his secondary planes is a little bit of an aggressive move. Nice. That's actually really, really good. We can pull that 4th land. I think we're in a good position. As long as there's no sweepers, right? He could sideboard sweepers in. There's our 4th land. We are cooking with fire. Just go for it. Transmogrify on our knight. Does he have an instant speed sweeper? Flame sweep? Don't you dare! Ouch. That's kind of how fragile this combo is though, right? What a jerk. We shouldn't have thought about him sideboarding in a sweeper. We summoned it into his hand. God damn. Quantum mechanics. This is the dino I was talking about earlier that pings his own when they enter. Did you see that, you guys? Rotten Regging on a Sarkon on ceiling. What a life to have lived. Cry. Let's show him. And, yeah. I mean, it is what it is. It doesn't really get any stronger. We only have one. A couple additional points of damage in there. You know what I mean? So, good game. We're falling a little bit short. You see how the combo works. It is pretty flimsy. We've seen an instant speed flame sweep just absolutely annihilate us. So, there's only so much we can do. Always playing first. Land's good. We do have nice curvature. Fatty Pox, what's up, bro? Straight from Japan. Wizards, please, we want some maple leaves on these card sleeves. Come on, there's multiple Canadian creators. We're all begging. We got Alias V, myself. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. Jana Marara. There's lots of us. Mono red goblins, so we've seen how explosive this can be, right? Pretty gross. Let's try to work our way through it. Prospector's dope. Let's slice him. He wants to cheat Mux us out as quickly as possible. Sacrifices his Snoop for more mana later on. That Muxus is going to annihilate us as well, especially since War Chief's out to give the mob boss haste if he's lucky enough to pull it. So, very gross. We have a fairly decent Lukka next turn, right? But it does come down to how big is this this Muxus gonna be, right? 4 land on the field. It costs 1 less. He just needs to sack his Prospector. He has land to play it. Everything's gonna have haste. We need him to whiff. We need 6 lands off the top. You know what I mean? Let's take a look at all the lands on the top of his library right here. Mountain, 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 mountain. Let's see all 6 of them, baby. Mountain, mountain. Oh no! That's not good. Hello, good game. Like, we send the lifelink up over here, right? There's 16 damage coming in there alone. 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26 damage coming at you, boys. So obviously, trade over there, right? Drops it now down to 23. Big time bummer still. Down to 20. So we'd have 1 life left, I believe. Let's well, no, 2 because of the life. Lands. Lukka does nothing. He has so much life. If only we could have had a few more tokens to survive, right? Big time bummer. We could hit for a few. Let's at least try it.
Dissenters are welcome to debate me.
Show them what we're about, right? Hit for 10, down to 6.
Surround
Goblins is quick, boys. So this is our last match of the day. It's hard to get wins with this deck. I'm struggling. There's no way to destroy it immediately. Like, you cannot stop Muxus. This is such a bummer. Red Cat Melee and the Glorious Anthem, I think, are good, and we're gonna drop these dragons and 2 Elspeths. When the mob boss comes in with haste, it can tap at instant speed. So even when you have instant speed removal to target it, it still gets to do it, which is just like, it's a lot. We're on the play. We have a Transmogrify, 3 lands. Behemoth in hand sucks. Hopefully we just top deck that 4th land, a few more tokens. There is the land. Let's get some chip damage in early. Let's get more tokens next turn, please. Nice. I'll take the trade here. There is no trade, perfect. Ending our turn. Raise the Alarm comes in, and then we Transmogrify for the incredible bashing power that is Boros Behemoths. Are you fucking kidding me? Pardon my language. Let's try to recover. That was a good play. That was a hot drop of a Goblin Chain Whirler, right? 6 sideboard and then just coming in with the hammer. Searching obviously for his Muxus or his mob boss. There's Muxus, yep. Okie dokie. This might work. It's gonna be close here. Got. Oh, he can sacrifice his prospectors or his goblins instant speed for mana to cycle. Gross. To kill. Yeah. What a life to have lived. I'm okay trading again if this is how we're doing it. We have token generation now. He can still place his Muxus if he uses a 2-for-1. No, he just takes the draw. That's it. It's just so easy to deal with. I like it, don't get me wrong, but meh. It's not as strong as these goblins, that's for sure. Woo! Right, look at these consistent drops just flooding the field. I mean, again, this still is probably a viable deck. Your opponent's not always going to drop a perfect Chain Whirler or a perfect Flame Sweep on you. Some days you just get schooled, right? Magic likes to put on a show. Really show everybody what's up. We can still raise the alarm. He does have another Gem Palm Incinerator in hand though, so good luck, right? Oh yeah. Stacking Chieftains too. Who doesn't love to see 3 Chieftains in the top 20 cards of your deck? Not even gonna block this. What a day it's been. Good grief, Boros Behemoths. You know, it's a cool deck, but maybe just not for me. Woof. We've lost like so much rank, it's not even funny. Transmogrification or Boros Behemoths, I don't know what you want to call it. You could call it Naya if you want as well, but there's no green lands. Do we incorporate green lands so we can play the Craterhoof from hand? I don't know, that would be weird. I don't think that would be that consistent because of the dual plains for Benalia, the dual plane or mountains for Lukka, so I think it would be kind of weird, especially since we need 3 green sources for the Behemoth, so I don't think it would work. However, you guys let me know. You're the big-brained individuals in the comments always, right? I played like trash today. That is what it is, like most days. This deck wasn't really quite working for me. I think a lot of people are having a lot of success with it. However, you're gonna need to get a feel for it, and I think maybe I was just being punished. We did get those turn 4 wins. However, consistency comes into play. How consistent are those turn 4 wins? And how much does the rest of the deck back it up? I think it's too easy to deal with. We've seen flame sweeps. We've seen other shenanigans, cries, right? There's so many things that deal with this deck very efficiently. You knock out these tokens, what do you have? Right? You have a Craterhoof Behemoth that you can't play because you don't have the mana for it. So, if you're playing against this deck, slay the tokens, run your flame sweeps. Just do not let them get tokens on the field. It will be your downfall. So, that is Boros Behemoths, you guys. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share to a friend. Hit that bell icon so you're notified of all of our future uploads. We started a new series on YouTube, a beginner guide for Magic the Gathering Arena. If you've not checked that out, I seriously recommend that you hop in on that. It is some high quality content for y'all, made possible by the new channel supporters on Patreon, YouTube, and Twitch. You guys, you're incredible. You're allowing me to begin to tippy-toe into full time here and really up the content quality and production rate. So I hope you've been enjoying. Do take care. We'll see you all tomorrow live on YouTube at 6 a.m. Mountain Standard, at Twitch on 7, and then Discord, really, all day. Come say hi. Take care. Peace.
Nice.